So I would like to talk about the first project we are going to do is the restaurant visual identity system. So we're going to begin by starting at the end. And by that, I mean, we will see two student projects here to give you an idea of what is the final outcome. And then through the modules on Canvas, we will actually go through each stage. It is a rather long process because we are going to take our time at each stage to make sure that we understand deeply how we're doing it. This is necessary to make sure that we understand the process, and then we will actually be doing it again on the second project, but more at your own pace. So here we have two students from last semester of fall 2023. So this student picked a restaurant in California called Sea Pow Cove rebrand by Law Tuttle. And what we're viewing is the final project report. And the project report is a combination of everything that we've been doing through the project and presenting it into a final form. So start off in a defining stage, and we have a creative brief. You do client-based research. So what is the existing brand? What is the experience that we see? Look for competitor logos. Then we get into ideate phase where we do brainstorming, mind mapping, word things, uh, word finding, and then look for visual inspiration that might be applicable. And then we get into the actual sketching phase. There's going to be 4 different kinds of sketching because we're going to produce 4 separate logos. The idea is to mimic the client situation where you will present more than one logo for the client to pick. And 4 is just a really good number. Some designers will do 3, but we're going to do 4 because it hits all the marks. And then we're going to do a traditional stationery set. So that's a letterhead, envelope, and business card. I think that no matter what kind of branding that you do, what kind of logo you do, producing a stationery set really just establishes the graphics, and it's just a good staple design problem to solve before we move into other things. Then we move into the collateral. Collateral are items that represent the brand. And you can see the iterations that are happening here. And then we get into describing the 4 logos that you're making. So this student will wrote about it, the concept behind it. Each logo has to be in both black and white and then in color. Then you have to put it into that competition set to see how it will hold up. You write about it, and then you do a very, very brief mock-up visual identity. Just get us a feeling of it. And then here are the 4. So there'll be, some of them will be mark-based, like an object, right? Like you can see the fish. And some of them will be typography-based, and some of them will be both. You will choose the best one to move forward with, and then start producing the stationery sets and the branding experience through collateral expression. The other terminology is mock-up, so we will mock up the collateral. The next one is a student by Connor, also from last semester. The typography here got messed up. That's my fault when I was redacting his information. For some reason, it affected the typography. So again, it's the same procedure. It's just another example. Since as humans, we take in information differently than computers, and which means that we have to practice, we have to sketch, we have to iterate. So that's why there's a lot of sketching process behind these projects. It's necessary to make our brains change and get better. There are the four. And then again, pick the best one, start to brand it out and establish this. Because our project is online, it changes a little bit. So some of the steps will be different for this class. However, in general, the outcome will be very similar. All right. Hope that is informative, and see you soon.